We lost a flag. We're live, ladies and gentlemen, for the 2022 Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis Award Ceremony. We will introduce ourselves. My name is Travis Suit. I'm the Executive Director and Founder of Piper's Angels Foundation. And to my right is...
I'm Ayana Sugarman, Director of Operations.
I'm Casey Kiernan. I am the Programs Director for Piper's Angels Foundation and a two-time Crossing Crusader.
Tatiana Timms, Development Director, three-time Crossing Crusader.
Wow. I feel very fortunate to be standing on this stage right now. So, welcome everybody who's here and live in person to the beautiful city of Lake Worth Beach. Look out those windows. Check out that ocean out there. How beautiful is it? We got the palm trees, we got the beautiful seas, and the pier just off to our background. Benny's on the beach down there. So, as always, thank you to the City of Lake Worth Beach for hosting. We are so proud to call the City of Lake Worth Beach the home landing spot, the homecoming for the Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis. And to everybody out there in live stream land, wherever you are in the country or the world, we love you, we honor you. Thank you for tuning in tonight. It's a very special night, coming down off of the massive momentum and excitement of the Crossing this year, to be here together to celebrate and honor all the wonderful people who participated. So we have a toast coming up. We're going to need some Dixie vodka and some Celsius for the toast. Here we go. All right. If you got your cup, get it out. So we're going to start with a little celebratory toast here. Are you going to crack that sucker open?
Of course. One second, ready?
You guys are welcome to jump in and share anything you want at any point in time. Don't let me hog the mic.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So Dixie Vodka, one of our top sponsors, been a part of the Crossing the last few years, as well as Celsius. Celsius is our title sponsor, our top sponsor. So here is to all of our Crossing Crusaders. Here's to the success. Here's to the gratitude for the ocean. And here's to you for being here tonight and sharing this special moment. Dixie Vodka, Celsius, thank you so much. Cheers! Refreshing. All right, Ayana, you want to kind of run us through what's going to happen here tonight?
Absolutely. So tonight we are live stream. That means all your friends and family can go to thecrossingforcf.com, click the link, and watch us on the Piper's Angels Foundation YouTube channel. So if you have any friends that you would like to watch this or family, send them a text right now, tell them to go to the website and click the button. It's right on the landing page. Tonight is an honor, y'all. We worked hard, we trained year-round, we came together as a family, we had the most epic crossing we've ever had with weather, community, and everybody. Give yourself a round of applause. Fundraising was incredible for the numbers that we had. And tonight we get the honor to turn around and thank you and honor those who played a special part, who won first, second, third, who were exceptional volunteers, exceptional participants, to turn around and just say thank you for what you did for our community and our group to make this happen.
Beautiful, thank you. And we have a special guest in the house tonight. His name is David Scarola. David, where are you at? David Scarola. Hey, there he is in the back of the house. Now, David has provided this beautiful art piece back here that you see. I believe it was a 40 by 60. Is that correct? At retail value, $3,000. Now, this is going to be a live auction item. So the way that's going to work is that throughout the evening, if you are on the live stream, you can leave a comment, and we have somebody tracking the comments and tracking the amounts. Or if you're in person and you want to shout out a number at any point in time, we will stop about midway through and we will revisit this beautiful piece. But this piece is called Bimini Blues. Anybody want to guess why? It's a photo from Bimini. How ironic. Wow, so strange. You just nailed it. How'd you know? It was perfect. So thank you, David, for this contribution. We are going to start the live bidding at $800. So the retail value is $3,000. We're starting at $800. So just to start it off, is there anybody in the room who wants to throw in person that wants to throw out a bid to start it off at $800? We got $800 up front. Thank you, Paul. $1,000. Bam. So we're starting the bidding at $1,000, starting with Paul. For any of those folks on live stream, you're welcome to drop a bid in the chat box, and we will pick up on it. Yes.
I'd like to just add one more thing. A reminder that this is a live stream, so we're trying to keep the chatter down. This is more like a sound stage today, so everything that, when everyone kind of whispers and talks, it adds up. And if anyone needs to leave the room, please exit this back door and open and close it slowly. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. And a hush falls over the crowd. All right. So we have a couple special thanks coming up. And the first special thanks, I'm going to kick it back to Ayana for a special thanks to our home away from home in Bimini.
So the Bahamas, Bimini, Bahamas, has graciously, for those that were there and got to witness and hear, has declared Bimini the official home of the crossing, and we could not be more happy. It's been 10 years in the making, you guys, or 9 years in the making, and it truly is our home. When we go there for logistics trips, when we are on the phone with them throughout the year, these people aren't just vendors, they become our family. And it's a small community. Everyone's a cousin, a brother, a sister there, and when we're there, we treat them no differently. So I want to give a huge thank you to our entire Bimini family, Bimini Big Game, Bimini Cove Resort, our golf cart Sue and Joy's, Doyle, Trevon, Ramirez, and the list goes on. Thank you all for what you do. Without each one of you, our event would not be possible. So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Ayana. You know, the first crossing was in 2013, and a lot of people ask me, well, how did you get the idea to do the crossing? So it was right after Piper's diagnosis with cystic fibrosis when she was 4. 2 weeks later, we had our first clinic appointment at her hospital. We were meeting with her CF doctors and team. And you can imagine after your child's diagnosed with a terminal diagnosis like cystic fibrosis that, and you don't know much about it, it's a pretty heavy thing to be processing. So, my biggest question was like, well, what, types of things can she be doing to improve her health and keep her healthy? And when the respiratory therapist came in the room, she told us, anything to exercise her lungs. But interestingly enough, the ocean is really beneficial. Salt water is really beneficial for kids and people with cystic fibrosis. And that was like, honestly, a miracle to hear at that time. And she told us this story about surfers in Australia who were reporting and having better clinic results from their visits, and they were having less lung infections, which means less hospitalization and really overall a reduced burden on the family and the patient. And that was just amazing to me. And I was I dropped Piper off at her cheerleading practice, and I was in a Barnes & Noble looking through some magazines. One of the magazines just happened to be Stand Up Journal. And I was standing there looking at the magazine, and I saw these guys out in Hawaii. There was an article about these guys doing these long-distance paddles between the islands. And I was like, man, that's really cool. I bet you could paddle from the Bahamas to Florida. And it really wasn't, I knew the Gulf Stream went north. I knew kind of the basic logistics, but that was kind of the early seed of it, which was like 2011. And then it started brewing, and, the idea kind of grew from there. I'll never forget the first time I told my dad, hey, I got this idea. I think it'd be a cool fundraiser, raise awareness about the ocean and cystic fibrosis and fundraise for CF. We could paddle from Bimini in the Bahamas back to Florida. And he said, son, that's why God invented Mercury's. He wasn't wrong about that. So our next thank you goes out to the one and only, our home here at home, and that's the city of Lake Worth Beach. See the graphic there if you're on the live stream. We got the beautiful shot of the pier and the flags. the city of Lake Worth Beach has rolled out the red carpet for us, and it has absolutely been an honor to work with them. It's been a phenomenal experience. They have gone above and beyond in every capacity, in every way, to make us feel at home. And, you know, when you first take an idea like this to a city municipality and you say, like, this is what we're doing, we're paddling across the ocean, we want to land on your beach, you know, there's a lot of logistics and safety involved. So the fact that they stepped up the way they had, they engaged Ocean Rescue the way they had. Huge shout out to Ocean Rescue for being there to keep us safe as we're coming in every single year. So to the city of Lake Worth Beach, we hope that we can continue to land on this beach every year from here on out for the rest of as long as we have crazy paddlers willing to paddle from the Bahamas to Florida. So thank you, city of Lake Worth Beach. Now, without further ado, we're going to jump right into the competitive awards. So I've got Casey up here. Casey has been a competitive paddler in the crossing. Last year, in her first ever crossing, she was the queen, dubbed the queen of the crossing, because she was the fastest female across the ocean, but she was also the fastest human across the ocean. What was your time?
13:19.
Now, mind you, that was in 4 to 6 foot seas. Not this year. We had a little bit different conditions. With Casey up here, we're going to go ahead and kick it off, and we're going to need Tatiana. Maybe you can jump down and we can do a little. Oh, Star, you want to help out? Okay, great. Star, we'll grab the awards. You're going to have to check them out there. So the first one, we're going to start with the SUP Relay 2-person teams. This is comprised of 2 paddlers paddling as a team, can be co-ed. And so would you like to announce who they are?
Yes. So for our SUP Relay 2-person teams, we had, can I tell the story on this one?
Yeah.
So this is pretty amazing. We had 2-person competitive teams. They decided last minute to join forces and paddle behind the same boat. And this is an absolutely beautiful thing because there is so much camaraderie, so much pushing of each other and supporting. So really they were like one big team. But the 2 of the teams that we had, so first place, Team Memers Angels, Tatiana Timms and Sean Timms. And so it actually was a tie for first because coming in with them was Team Power Design with Chris Farney and Jay Henderson. And both teams had a time of 14 hours and 56 minutes and 2 seconds.
So they tricked us, so now we're going to have to make another first place award. Maybe we can crack that one down the middle. You guys can split it. No.
Picture all together?
Yep.
Which way are we going to go?
Congratulations. Give them a round of applause.
Good job, everyone.
Oh, yeah, Doug from Ocean Rescue in the house. City Lake Worth Beach over there in the corner. Hey! All right, next up, we got the SUP Relay, the 4-person relay. So this is comprised of 4 people paddling on a team, sharing the distance between Bimini and back here in Florida. Would you like to take it away with the honorable mention of 4th place?
Yes, our honorable mention is Team Metabolic with Katie, Zach, Chelsea, Rachel, and their time 12:58.28.
Come on up.
Sure. Come on up here.
Come on up.
Oh, great. Thanks, Tati.
All right. Thank you, Team Metabolic. And if you don't know, Metabolic is a functional fitness studio up in Jupiter, Florida, based on Indian Town Road up there. We got a bunch of Crossing Crusaders who work out and train there, so check them out. All right. Third place.
Third place from Miami, we have Team Paddle with Vicente, Jesse, Khalil, and Joseph.
That is with a time of 12 hours and 48 minutes and 58 seconds for $2,000.
Do you guys want a photo?
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
And if you don't know, Paddle is the company that you see at a lot of the recreational parks around South Florida. They've got the big paddle boards standing there in the parks where you can rent them for a period of time. So check them out, PADL, on Instagram or online. All right. Second place, 4-person relay. Who is it, Casey?
That is Team Safe Harbor, my team. We have myself, Lindsay, Logan, and Kate. A time of 12 hours and 23 minutes.
Congratulations.
We get to hold it together.
Sure.
Yeah, right. So just a heads up, we did have an accident when we ordered the awards. We had ordered one for each category, and we totally meant to order 4 for each category for the 4-person and the 2-person. So we'll be following up with some folks with their award. All right, and the next team for the 4-person relay, drum roll, please. In first place, Casey, who is it?
Team Flying Fish! Kim Burns, Steve Bernstein, David Slemp, and Whitney Stevenson with a remarkable time of 10 hours, 14 minutes, and 46 seconds.
Woo!
Hey, come on up.
Congratulations. All right, now hang on one second. Okay, I got to ask some questions. Okay, first, do you have anybody you want to thank? And then second, could you tell us a little bit about your strategy without giving away some of your top secrets here?
Sure. We'd like to thank everybody who donated to each one of us as a team. We were able to raise the amount that we were able to raise, and it wouldn't have been possible without everybody that believed in us and this organization and what we were standing for, paddling across the ocean. We have sponsors this year that was really awesome because they helped us get across the ocean. That was Seatronics. We had Radius Financial. We had Flying Fish, Blue Line Sports, Groundswell. I'm missing one. Yeah, Radius Financial. Okay. And anyway, so we really appreciate, the donations as well as the sponsorship because this event is so much fun and it really does motivate us just to keep paddling and really spread the word about CF. So.
Steve, why don't you tell us a little bit about your strategy?
Our strategy really was to have as much fun as possible this year. Anything compared to last year was cake. As all of you know, the 4-to-60s were really, really incredible. So we went out there with the mission of having as much fun, raise as much awareness for the cause, and we really had a good time. Just want to say to anybody that might be watching this live, if you ever had any doubts about wanting to do the crossing, thinking, I can't possibly do that, get yourself 3 friends, start paddling, be on a 4-person relay, go out, you'll have the time of your life, guaranteed.
Awesome.
Hey, can we get John from Flying Fish up here? Come on. We need a picture with you. This, ladies and gentlemen, if you've ever heard of a Flying Fish board, this is the founder and creator of Flying Fish. This is the board maker himself, John Muskaskis.
Gotta remind people to talk right into the microphone.
Awesome. Congratulations, guys. Thank you guys so much. The fastest boards across the ocean. And we saw some flying fish out there this year. Who saw some flying fish? We saw some wildlife. This was a good year for wildlife. I heard there were some shark stories, a lot of dolphins, a lot of porpoises jumping out of the water, sunrise, whales.
Yeah.
A white marlin? Wow. Yeah. You know, see, these really, the good weather years really trick a lot of people out there. Right now, there's a bunch of people on live stream. They're like, wow, I saw all the pictures and the videos. It was glass calm. They saw dolphins. You know, it's just, it's like a piece of cake. It's like a paddle picnic out there, folks. Yeah. Come on back next year. Yeah, yeah, come on in. So we say we can't guarantee the weather, but we can guarantee the love.
But
in other words,
what I also say is people come for the challenge and then they stay for the cause.
That's right.
Yeah. Woo.
The weather is conditional, but the love is not. Yeah, just want to make sure everybody knows that. All right, moving on. Okay, we had the surf ski category. Now, we only had one gentleman in the surf ski category, so he did get first place by a pretty long stretch. First place surf ski goes to Richard Bailey in 15 hours, 4 minutes, and 43 seconds. Richard Bailey in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Richard, you were so fast in the surf ski that no other surf skis even made it back to Florida. Tell us a little bit about your experience out there.
We had a great time. Flat calm, kind of weird, lots of hallucinations, seeing things that weren't there, hearing things that weren't there. Kind of creepy. Paddling through the Bermuda Triangle, but it was great. It was absolutely fantastic.
Well, congratulations. Thank you. You know, as a paddle event, you know, we have a lot of categories, including surf ski, and we really try to be totally inclusive of the paddle community. So we really appreciate you representing on a surf ski this year. We love seeing everybody in different vessels come out. So thank you so much for representing and making the crossing.
We're going to have about 7 of them next year.
Woo!
That's what I like to hear. Oh, photo. Well, that's the first time I heard about audible and visual hallucinations during the crossing, but it is the Bermuda Triangle, so Mr. Bailey's correct. Anything can happen. Anything. If you had a hallucination in the crossing, please come see me after tonight's event.
Wait, how many people here had that experience with the crossing? Can I have hands up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, it looks
7,
like we're going to
8.
have a new psychedelic research company sponsoring the crossing next year. Okay. Yeah, interesting feedback. Man, I want to hallucinate during the crossing.
I do think one person told us they saw a hippo out in the middle of the ocean. Who's that? There we go. Buzz saw a hippo. And if people are asking why, a lot of these people all had a sea patch behind their ear for motion seasickness. And it was the common denominator between, and these are reoccurring paddlers that have done this over. This is their first time. And when we figured it out, that was it.
All right, we're moving on to the next category. This is women's SUP 14-foot paddleboarding. And we're going to kick it off with 5th place.
In 5th place with a time of 17 hours, 9 minutes, and 1 second, all the way from Hawaii, we have Tammy Hampton.
Woo! Now, I believe Tammy's back in Kauai tonight. Not a bad place to call home. But, Romy, why don't you come collect her award for her, since you guys were paddling together. And now you are paddle sisters for life, as I heard. Why don't you come up real quick, since you're accepting this on Tammy's behalf.
I have to tell you, Tammy was Tammy took 2 days to fly in. Okay, then the next morning took a boat over to Bimini and then paddled back. It was absolute man. We didn't. Travis was like, someone needs a boat. And I never say no to anything. So I said, sure. And it was amazing. And she hallucinated. And she threw up and she still kept going. She never stopped. She never fell in. She's not human. She's amazing. Tam, I love you. I miss you. I wish you were here.
Awesome. Well, don't go anywhere, Romy, because with Tammy and in fourth place,
we have Romy Wallace.
I don't know what else I have to say. But I'm really happy my mom's here because I really wanted her to see and be a part of what I've experienced over the last 2 years. And everything that I do and everything I am is because of her. So I love you. And I'm just really happy you're here to share it. And Yvette and my crew and Magic Moment Charters, Captain Chris, they were unbelievable. They had no idea what they were getting into, and they never gave up on us, even though he, at one point, I think I heard him say something, but that we were crazy and never going to make it. But then he rallied back at mile 60 and was like, you're going to make it. And he just didn't stop. So I'm just really grateful for everybody here, all of you guys. I love you and my family. So thank you.
you are welcome.
Good job, Romy.
And if you're wondering who the man behind the camera over here is, this is Leonard Bryant from Lake Worth, Florida, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Leonard.
You'll see a lot of his beach landing shots coming out when we post the photos. All right, third place coming up.
Third place with a time of 15 hours, 53 minutes, and 40 seconds, winning $1,000, we have Brittany Zajic.
Woo! Come on down. Congratulations, Brittany.
Thank you. Thank you. I want to thank everybody that supported this. And this cause is so amazing, and being able to support this and raise the funds. Everybody who helped donate to the team and to our cause, really appreciate it. Also want to thank our captain, Captain Jamie, my friends and family on the boat, Norm, Casey, Rob, everybody who was yelling at me to get to those final last 11 miles, which I might have cried. I don't remember many of them, but I really am grateful for all of the words of encouragement and getting through. And just seeing my two little girls at the finish line, my in-laws for watching the kids while we were gone. Thank you. Thank you so much for this, and thank you.
Open the middle.
All right, congratulations. Next up, second place and first place were only about, looks like 14 minutes apart or so. So second place.
Second place with a time of 14 hours, 32 minutes, 2 seconds, winning $3,000 from Virginia, Shannon Lockhart.
Come on up. Woo. This was Shannon's second crossing. Shannon, would you like to say something?
I would like to thank Preston for coming, and my crew, Jim and Heather and Olin and Justin, for helping me get here. I could not have done it without them, especially for the last 10 miles.
Good job, Shannon.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. You know, I mean, I guess it's the first 70 miles you paddled that make that last 10 hard. I don't know. I mean, I don't know why it'd be that big of a difference. Maybe it's the mass, the Florida land mass with the heat coming out of it like a pizza coming out of the oven that bakes you. All right. Next up in first place, ladies and gentlemen.
We have, with a time of 14 hours, 18 minutes, 21 seconds, winning $5,000 from New Jersey, Kate McBride. She's at home watching.
Kate, congratulations. We got to follow your training on Instagram and follow you online, and you definitely put the time and the effort in and the work to make it happen. So to Kate and her crew and her captain and everybody who supported her journey across, congratulations. You are awesome.
Woo. Congrats, Kate.
For those standing in the back, we have 4 chairs right up front if you want to relax, and we also have some more chairs coming the side here.
And we won't be angry if you bring us some Celsius. I'm just saying.
Thanks to the gentleman from Ocean Rescue.
Thank you.
Matt Botts.
Thank you,
everyone.
Matt. Woo.
These two right here, Matt Botts and Doug, are the reason we're able to do the beach landing like we do, like any other event that's ever happened in the state of Florida on the beach. They advocate for us, they fight for us, they work tirelessly to make sure we're safe and that the beach landing happens. So thank you guys. Thanks, Matt. Woo!
They also care enough to make sure your butt feels comfortable this evening as you can sit down and relax. All right, next up, category men's SUP 14 in 5th place. Who do we have?
We have, with a time of 15 hours, 53 minutes, 40 seconds, winning $250, Chris Zajic.
Woo! Yeah. Husband and wife taking it down to amazing.
No, like Britt, I just want to thank everybody that donated to us. It was such a great cause, and it was such a fun event. I want to second what Steve said. It's like if you have a doubt, just get out, start paddling, get some friends, and do it because you won't regret it. I want to thank my parents for watching the girls so we could put in those hard miles of training on the weekends. And I want to thank the one hell of a crew we had. Casey, Joe, Norm, and Captain Jamie. You guys got us there. So thanks to everybody.
Congratulations. I don't know why they say cheese. I would prefer ice cream. That would make me look and smile. Just saying. Or chocolate. Yeah, definitely take a Celsius. All right. Coming up next, 4th place.
4th place, we have, with a time of 15 hours, 52 minutes, 31 seconds, winning $500, Chris Prankin. Is this your 3rd 80 miles iron, Chris?
3rd iron. 3rd one.
3 times,
3 times
iron.
in a row, yep.
Yeah.
Trying to get up to hit 4, you know?
Well, tell us about your iron experiences in 30 seconds or less.
They keep getting better.
Nice.
Yep. A lot more fun. A lot of wildlife this year. I wanted to thank definitely our team, Team Inlet, for everything. I wanted to thank my major sponsor, Dixie Vodka. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been able to train so much and get through this. So I really appreciate Dixie Vodka. Did I say Dixie Vodka? I wanted to thank my parents, my sisters, my brother, my wife, Casey, my kids, American Maven, Norm, Jamie, the captain of our boat, the whole crew, Rob, Rick, the whole entire Team Inlet has been great. I mean, they really took me in. It's been awesome. And I wanted to thank everyone else that donated to my fundraiser. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you next year. I'm ready to sign up now.
Woo! Crazy. And your wife paddled last year.
Yep,
Yep, third place. And the quote I remember her saying to me afterwards was, "I would rather give birth than do that again."
Yeah, she's over there.
Right? That was what you said, right? Yeah. I will forever remember that. Thank you. All right, coming up next in third place.
With a time of 15 hours, 15 minutes, and 20 seconds, winning $1,000, first-time Crossing Crusader, Ross Comarinitz.
Oh.
Ross, would you like to say a few words to the crowd?
Not really. No, I just want to thank Travis, for coming up with such a crazy idea. And Paul and Ayana and everybody for putting on such a great event. I want to thank Ryan and Casey for helping me out, getting me started. And thank my crew, my captain, and everybody who donated, and thanks for everybody who helped put on such a great event. Can't wait to do it next year.
Awesome.
Awesome. Thanks, Ross. Ross is a great example. First-time Crossing Crusader, came to every training paddle, was there, the most consistent and reliable, put the time in, asked questions, put it to work, and made it all the way across the ocean this year with an outstanding time. So congratulations. And did we mention we're having a live auction, folks? Just a reminder, we got this beautiful Bimini Blues David Scarola original art piece. And right now the going bid was left at $1,000. So we're going to keep that rolling. So if anybody on live stream wants to drop a comment to bid on the piece, you're welcome to do so. Anybody else got more than 1,000 who's in the crowd here? Anybody else got more than 1,000? 1,001.
Do we have any higher bids online right now in the chat?
All right, we're rocking it for now. All right, up next in second place, who do we have, Casey?
With a time of 14 hours and 38 minutes on the dot, winning $3,000, first-time Crossing Crusader, Tyler Hoffman.
Yeah! Representing a CF family Ford's fight. Yeah. Tyler, tell us a little bit about your journey this year.
The journey was amazing. Definitely didn't know what to expect. Just kind of dove into it and tried to embrace the whole experience. Just wanted to thank my crew. Definitely a team effort. Probably wouldn't have made it without them. And then I wanted to thank my fire department brothers for showing up the last 10 to 15 miles. There's maybe 6 or 7 boats that showed up to push me to the finish. And then I wanted to thank the family for asking me to represent them and Ford for the crossing. It was an amazing experience, and hopefully see you guys next year.
Congratulations.
Just a note, if anyone's called up to talk, it's okay to put the mic close to your mouth so we can all hear you. It won't bite.
And next up in first place, a returning Crossing Crusader.
I believe his third time. He had a remarkable time of 12 minutes, or 12 hours, that would be very remarkable. 12 hours, 54 minutes, 9 seconds, winning $5,000, Todd Bourgeois.
Woo! Todd tried everything to get his class covered and come down tonight, but he couldn't make it. But he is at home with the watching party, so congratulations, Todd.
Flying across the finish line.
Yeah.
On a flying fish paddleboard.
Yep.
And he's been on, I think he's been on a 2-person and a 4-person relay in the past and crushed it. So he's come at this event a few different ways, and I think he's been in first place every time he's done it on a team or individual. So pretty amazing. He also was an American Ninja Warrior. So he is kind of an athletic phenom, yeah. Okay. All right. So we have a special designation that we started last year for the king and queen of the crossing. These are Iron Crusaders, the top female and male participants and athletes who paddled solo in those categories. So that award goes to, we've already called their names, but for the Crossing 2022 king and queen, Kate McBride and Todd Bourgeois. Got a cool graphic up there on the screen on the live stream. You can see they're rocking their crowns. Awesome. Well, congratulations to all of the competitive athletes in those categories. We're also going to do a quick rundown here and flash their names up on the screen. But to all of the 40, I'll repeat, 40 paddlers who made it nonstop beach to beach iron, which means they never got in a boat. They went the whole way of their own power. So to all those Iron Crusaders, congratulations. It's a tremendous feat.
We had only 125 paddlers this year, and 40 of them went iron. That's unreal, you guys. That's the first time for the crossing. And Paul, what was the percentage that you figured out of people who've actually been crazy enough to paddleboard across the Atlantic Gulf Stream?
Okay, taking just the United States population into effect. Sorry, just taking just the United States population into effect, roughly 250 some million people. It's 0.0000206%.
Y'all can be proud of that one.
I'm sure that makes everybody feel really good about their odds. Come on out, folks. Register for the crossing. You might make it across the ocean. Yes, and I'd like to invite the president of the board for Piper's Angels Foundation, Mr. Paul Smolczyk.
Thanks, everybody. So I got asked by Travis to give out an award that actually means quite a bit to me, and it's the First Responders and Military Award. As an ex-military vet, this particular award to me really kind of hits close to home. And because the awardees for this have become like family to me, it actually is sort of a double bonus for me to be able to do this. Our event draws people in mostly because we choose to serve this community. And I can think of no better way to honor people that choose to serve this community who go back home and live a life of service within their community. These are people that make this choice every single day, either as a first responder or as somebody that's in the military. They are choosing to serve their communities on a day-to-day basis. And I can think of no better way to honor them than to give them a special recognition when they're here. First, I'm going to start with the First Responders Challenge. The First Responders Challenge, we started this in 2019, is open to police, firefighters, EMTs, and ocean rescue. This year in 2022, we had a record number of 11 competitors in this category, which is the highest that we've ever had within the First Responders Challenge category. Our awardee for this year's First Responder category is a 2-time Crossing Crusader who truly viewed 2022 as a redemption year for her, and you've already heard her name tonight. Trained tirelessly this last year to redeem what was probably the most difficult crossing we ever had in 2021. She is coming up on 11 years as a firefighter and EMT advanced in Virginia Beach out of Chicks Peaks, Virginia. Your 2022 First Responder champion is Shannon Lockhart.
And I would just like to mention, we had a bonus. This is a bonus award. There was a bonus prize of $1,000 for this to go along. And thanks to a very generous donor who wanted to incentivize more participation from these communities, they, in the name of law enforcement, contributed an additional $2,000 per category. So this is now a $3,000 bonus award. So congratulations, Shannon.
Thank you.
All right, give her another big round of applause. All right.
The next one is a military challenge. So the military challenge is open to anyone from the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, whether you are retired or active duty. Also, this was another one that was started in 2019. Really excited this year to announce this because in 2019, somebody from the Army won it. And this year we have somebody from the Navy and the Air Force to win it. After I award this, there's a personal challenge that we're going to throw down for 2023. There were actually 12 competitors this year in this category, which is also the highest that we have ever had within one of the crossings, to have 12 competitors from across the Armed Services branch. This year we actually have a tie for first place because of the remarkable generosity of the group from Colorado, Ellie's Angels. They were a rec solo team behind a boat. If you know a little bit of the backstory, we had 2 boats that got stranded on the way over, so we had some paddlers to shuffle around. And they were like, yeah, absolutely, send another guy with us. No problem at all, we'll take him. So they took in a 5th paddler behind their boat, and we ended up having that boat come in with the 2 top military people. So from their graciousness and generosity of allowing us to throw another paddler behind their boat, it allowed them to actually come in and tie for first place. So, which again, if you know these guys, it's the truly selfless nature of what they do on a day-to-day basis. So it's not actually surprising at all. Our awardees for the military challenge are 2 guys. I jokingly said when we were over there, if you saw them in Bimini, they both need to hit a gym, clearly, and shop at a place that sells shirts. The first is Bo Dorning with Ellie's Angels. Bo's a 6-year Air Force veteran with multiple deployments to both Iraq and Afghanistan. Left the United States Air Force as a staff sergeant, then served another 3 years in the Colorado National Guard. Came all the way from Colorado to bring his commitment and dedication to the crossing. So one of the tied for first place winners for the military challenge is Bo Dorning.
Congratulations, Bo.
Our second individual on the military side is an active duty Navy SEAL 05 commander at SOCOM headquarters out of Tampa, Florida. Years of service with multiple deployments, and as typical with the Special Services branch, kept most of that information to himself until I pressed him for more details about his military service as an ex-military guy myself, and then was very, very quickly humbled by his line of service and his service to our country. And that individual is Josh King. As a special note, I just want to say that we're grateful for both their service, not only to Piper's Angels, but also to our country. We live with a goal to try and give back more to the world than we take from it, and these 2 guys absolutely exemplify that. And I do want to say, and I mentioned this to Travis, next year is the 10-year anniversary of this crossing, and it has become such an integral part of the community and the individuals that come to us from the first responders and from the military side. So as an ex-military officer, I'm going to throw down a challenge, and I'm going to double the $1,000 personally for anyone else from any of the services that comes and beats me next year as an Army guy. We've now had an Army, a Navy, and an Air Force compete and win. So I'm throwing down a challenge to anybody from the Armed Services to come and beat me next year as a competitive paddler in the 2023 crossing. So we are going to have all branches represented, and it's a winner take all. Bring your coin from your unit, and the winner takes all.
Thank you, Paul. The stakes keep getting higher. All right. Now, the next section is our specialty awards, and these are near and dear to our heart because, as you know, yes, the crossing has a race component and it has a competition, but it started as a challenge. But more than anything, the crossing is about community. And we could not produce the crossing without the support of so many people, our sponsors, our partners, and all of the folks who make it what it is. And we hear it every single year that people love the crossing because of the energy. They always say it's the energy. There's just so many good people. The energy is so good. That's because of you. That's the people in this room. That's what makes it so good. The community of the crossing is what has built Piper's Angels Foundation into one of the most impactful grassroots organizations in the country for cystic fibrosis. I've said that 1,000 times and I'll keep saying it. It's because of the crossing community. The crossing built Piper's Angels Foundation. So thank you for that. And we're going to dive right in. Tatiana's going to kick it off.
I just want to personally thank all the sponsors that made the crossing happen this year, but we specifically want to shout out our top sponsor awards of the 2022 Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis. The first one being our favorite, Fueling the Crossing, Celsius. Thank you, Celsius, top sponsor. We can't say enough about Celsius. They have literally stepped up the past 2 years in a row, coming through our back-to-back title sponsor of the 2021 and 2022 Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis. And we see nothing but big and beautiful things in the future. So we just want to say thank you to Celsius. The Crossing Crusaders are fueled by you. We can't wait for 2023.
I think we have a short video from Celsius. We're going to run it on the live stream.
This is the morning of race day. Day starts with the rose ceremony. We're bringing everybody together before the race to spread awareness about cystic fibrosis and the Piper's Angels Foundation. And then after that, we get to experience all the great things that Bimini has to offer. And now it's the moment of truth. It's time to get everybody out there. We're gonna go to the beach and watch everybody take off. It's time, it's the moment of truth. Everybody's about to make right now that 80-mile journey from Bimini all the way to Florida and the crossing. Brought to you by and fueled by Celsius. Let's go. And they're off to the races, paddling 80 miles from Bimini to Florida. And while they're doing that right now, overnight, we're gonna go get some rest and check back in on them in the morning. Stay tuned for part 2.
Thank you to Austin Keene and the Celsius crew for coming to Bimini and checking out the Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis. We'll be waiting for you in 2023. Our next top sponsor award made the beach landing live stream possible. We want to thank Hextronics for being a top sponsor of the 2022 Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis. If you saw any drones in Lake Worth Beach up high, that was Hextronics. They made the landing live stream possible. They work with a lot of police departments. This was their first event that they made happen. So we are excited to see again what happens in 2023. If you're noticing a trend, everyone is really excited about next year and they love us and we love them. So we're going to keep showing love to our top sponsors. Next top sponsor award, Secor Island Lines. Oh, we had a video for Hextronics, I think, for everybody. And I'm
Hey everyone, Kurt from Hextronics calling in from sunny South Florida, right in Miami, from the Hextronics headquarters, or Hex HQ. We provide autonomous drone services and stations, and we cannot say how honored we are to provide our services and sponsor the Crossing for the Cure event this year. Thank you very much to Tatiana, to Travis, and to Jennifer, and the rest of the media team for using our footage and working with us throughout the event. Would really just like to say how grateful we are to have one top sponsor and really are excited for our partnership and what we'll be able to do in the future together. Smiles from the team back here. Smile away, boys. We really had a good event, and it was thanks to these guys and everyone who works hard every day to make it happen. So thank you all. Looking forward to next year, and have a good one. Bye.
Thank you, Hextronics. Our next top sponsor award, making the crossing possible, because without them, we literally could not ship anything to Bimini from Florida. Thank you to Secor Island Lines.
And we got a video from Secor as well.
We'll play
Just kidding.
Just kidding. They made it to live stream.
Keeping you on your toes.
If you guys were watching the live stream, Charles made it to the live stream. He had an awesome interview. They were actually in Bimini as well. So we just want to give a huge shout out to Secor Island Lines. Thank you guys. And our last top sponsor award, if you guys are having a cocktail tonight, raise it up because we want to say a big thank you to Dixie Vodka. Thank you to Dixie Vodka. We have a short video from them. Nope. Okay, we'll play that later on. Thank you to Mati and the crew at Dixie Vodka. We want to encourage you guys to have a cocktail here. We named it the 80 Miles of Love Dixie Vodka Cocktail. We want to send them a huge shout out and see you in 2023. All right. Next up, we have our Outstanding Sponsor Awards. And we have these two in-house. And we want to give a huge shout out to our first outstanding sponsor. Come on up, Power Design.
Power Design is the longest running sponsor of the crossing since 2013.
Yeah, first year they've had a team in the crossing. We want to give a huge shout out to them. Any words you'd like to say, Chris?
On behalf of the entire Power Design family, it's our pleasure to support the cause, support this amazing foundation. And this year was the first time we had a participant paddle, and they helped me through the whole entire journey. And my teammate, Jay Henderson, he's not here, but thank you.
One picture, real quick. Not so fast.
Thank you, guys. Do we have a video from Power Design by any chance? We do have one video.
Hi, everyone. Morgan Kermy here, representing Power Design. We are so honored to receive the Outstanding Sponsor Award this year. Ever since Lauren Rachepny, a friend and coworker, introduced Power Design to the foundation, and we had the opportunity to get involved and meet other people passionate about the cause, it's really held a special place in our hearts. Power Design is so honored to have had the privilege to be a part of the difference that Piper's Angels makes in so many lives, and not just lives of the people the foundation helps, but also the lives of Power Design employees too. I want to give a big shout out to Chris Barney, who's part of our Power Design family and was able to participate this year and finish strong. Thank you for letting us tag along on your journey, and we can't wait to continue this partnership.
Thank you, Power Design. And our last outstanding sponsor, we're standing in the city of Lake Worth Beach. We couldn't do it without them. It's the home of the beach landing. Thank you to City of Lake Worth Beach. Come on up, Emmerich.
Matt, Doug.
We couldn't do it without City of Lake Worth Beach Ocean Rescue. We couldn't do it without City of Lake Worth Beach officials. We couldn't do it without the whole town's support. Thank you, guys. Any words you'd like to say?
Yeah. Our fearless leader, Lauren Bennett, could not be here tonight, so we've been elected to accept this award. Oh, sorry. And I'd just like to say, as far as an organizational side, that you guys do an outstanding job with, we do a lot of events here, and you guys have it down to a T. It's really easy to work with you guys. You guys have everything ready. And Jen, she does an excellent job with making sure that everything flows right. We're always happy to have you guys here, and we hope that this will be your home for the landing for many years to come. So that's about all I have to say. But this guy here, he's the one that really, on the city side, he's the one that puts in all the hours, sets up all the meetings, organizes all the chairs, all the tables. This guy really does a lot of work. So thank you once again.
Yeah, you're not a speaker.
Thank you, City of Lake Worth Beach.
Thank you.
All right. Up next, Casey.
All right. So I am presenting the Force of Nature Award. And this one, it really is close to me. Last year, I received it from Ryan Burgess, who received it the year prior. And to me, when I think of nature, the words that come to mind are powerful, beautiful, calm, yet fierce, and inspirational. And when I think of a force of nature, I think of someone who is committed and dedicated, someone who strives for greatness. They don't have to feel great all the time, but they bring their best and they leave nothing on the table. And this person I look up to so much, not just as a paddler, but as a person as a whole, as a mother, as a mentor, as a teacher. And this year I'm presenting the Force of Nature Award to Miss Kim Barnes.
Whoa. I don't even know what to say. This is incredible. I'm truly honored. Thank you. Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I really am speechless and shaking because this is unexpected. So speechless. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, both Kim and Stephen Bernstein, who's here as well, they have led countless paddle clinics. They have really been outstanding leaders in the community to make sure that a lot of the paddlers that participate each year in the crossing are ready. And we just can't thank you guys enough for all the energy that you bring. So thank you.
Thank you. And our next award is called the Outstanding Crusader Award. And we have so many outstanding crusaders. And we're absolutely blessed that we have such a tribe of paddlers that are committed and dedicated, that put their hearts into their paddling, their fundraising, their training, their preparation, spreading awareness, everything. But in particular, this outstanding crusader has shown to go above and beyond, has showed up for all the events, has showed up for other paddlers, has showed up for the paddling community, has taught paddling to hundreds of paddleboarders, who has shared about the cause, who shares about the environment and the beautiful town of Jupiter. This Outstanding Crusader Award is presented to Carissa Freeman. Woo!
Hello. Come on up.
I didn't expect this. Huge thank you to all of my clients. Without them, it would not be possible for me to raise the money that I have been able to raise for the foundation. Big thank you to Sundance Marine USA and Captain Mike and Folsey, who can't be here today, and Lindsay for training with me consistently and also being there for my clients as well since she's moved here. She's been one of my biggest supporters and wouldn't be up here without her either. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. All right. So the next award is the Bimini MVP Award. And Ayana Sugarman, Miss Bahama Mama Shug, is going to present these next two awards.
So there's a lot of logistics that go into getting us to Bimini to set up for Bimini to make a beautiful environment for everyone there and then to get home. A lot of people are like, oh, I want to go to the Bahamas. I want to volunteer for the week. And then they get there like, this is what this is about. This is a lot of work. We're like, yeah, it is. And it's like they think they're taking a week off of vacation to be in the Bahamas, and it's not. It's a week off to work. You're like spending your vacation hours to work. And you're there for 8 days. And this year, we had no AC. We had no AC in the Hemingway room. We had amazing obstacles one after the other, and this team was so dynamic. But there were two people that really stood out. And at every single turn, when anytime anything came up, they're like, what's next? And coming from a person who's doing the operations, to be able to look over to them and fully just trust and surrender and go, I trust you, figure it out, you got it. Our production isn't on one island, it's two. And for me to have these people go over to the other island and just trust that operations are being handled over there meant the world to me. And I want to thank Lino Gomez, Katia Mercado, for really making this year what it was.
Well, she's right about it's not a vacation. And as I shared with Travis, you know, it goes in waves, like I'm doing it again, I'm not doing it again, I'm doing it again, I'm not doing it again. But there's so much love in this community. There's so much gratitude. And, you know, this cause is just so big and so beautiful. And every time I share it with my clients, they're just like, wow, like, that's awesome. Good for the CF community. And like every year when we share it, like more and more people know about it. And like we are honored like to know that everyone in this team trusts us. And like we give ourselves 1,000%. And we'll continue to do it next year, 10 years, and we'll be there. Love you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, thank you so much, everybody. We are so honored to be part of the CF community, and this year was an amazing, and we had a lot of fun. We were so sweaty, so hot, so much sun, but so many lesson experiences that we were able to see with different perspective, and be part of supporting team for everybody in the crossing. Thank you, you guys, for trusting in us. And we can choose. It doesn't matter how hard the tough can come. We can choose to have fun and make it easier.
Thank you. And Lino has aptly named the friendly locals in Bimini that are the ones that fly, the Keto tribe, the mosquito tribe, that is. And the Keto tribe was a little, they were friendly this year, but not too bad.
They are out in full force.
They're happy, yes.
You know, when you're part of the core team or the advanced team, we call it, the people who come in advance to get the event set up, and within our core leadership team, you eventually earn a nickname. They get named. I mean, they get earned. And this year, they got named Mr. and Mrs. Team Spirit, because they always bring the spirit into the group and keep us up.
All right, I'm just going to mention we've got quite a few awards left, so we're going to try to, if you come up, if you speak, try to keep it brief, and we're going to keep things rolling so we can get everybody out of here on time to get downstairs to Kilwins to get that nice scoop of ice cream at the end that we were talking about earlier.
Sugar push.
They close at 10 o'clock, just saying.
He's a sugar pusher, if you didn't know this about Travis Suit.
But we're celebrating.
Right.
I can't eat that. I'm eating healthy right now. Who's in for Gilman's?
Woo!
We gotta go, Gilman's.
Right.
This is our second outstanding Bimini volunteer. And this one we give to someone who's stepping out of their safe environment, usually. And this particular volunteer has never volunteered before. She just loved the foundation, loved what we did, and was gung-ho for anything. I'm like, are you sure? Do you know what you're getting into? She's like, it's going to be great. I'm like, okay, you got it. And sure enough, she was completely out of her environment, and at times it was very challenging. And no matter what, she showed up with a smile on her face. She was like, there first thing in the morning, knocking on my door. Do you need any help? What do you need? I'm like, you can go have breakfast. We got another hour and a half to go. End of the night, when we're there late, she's like, how can I help you? What can I do? Every single day, smile on her face, no matter how hard it got. And she's not here tonight. Unfortunately, she's not well. But I want to dedicate this award to Sherry Boyce, who's also, she's part of Lighthouse Dragons, so she's participated. She's Susan Komen's Warrior of the Year. She's a cancer survivor. And we just want to say, not only did you survive Bimini, but you thrived, and we thank you for showing up like you did. Thank you, Sherry.
Thank you, Sherry. We love you.
Thank you.
All right, so the next award is a very special award. Many of you know that on the shirts this year we had 80 miles of love, and we've been using that as a hashtag. And I was actually working out at Metabolic when this hit me because I think it was the day before we were on a call with Melissa Yeager from Claire's Place Foundation out in California. It's also a grassroots cystic fibrosis organization started by her daughter, Claire Wineland, who passed away with cystic fibrosis during a transplant operation a few years ago. And her mom has continued to run the foundation in her legacy and in her honor. And, you know, I really had to sit with that one because I really couldn't imagine, you know, living without Piper. So to see her still stepping into courage and still advocating for these families. A lot of times when somebody with a child with a rare disease, they lose them, they often kind of fade out because they don't want to be around it. You know, they don't want to be in it. And so for her to really still bring her best to the community and to represent these families, and for her to sign up, she wasn't a paddleboarder, for them to sign up as a nonprofit team and come all the way from California to participate, it just really blew my mind. And I was thinking about that, and I was working out at Metabolic, you know, and I was like sweating but crying. You know, you ever do that where you're working out so hard but you're also releasing something emotional? And I'm sweating and crying, and I'm like, man, you know, what is that? Like, why, you know? And it just hit me, you know, it's just 80 miles of love. That's what it is. That's what she's coming for. Nothing else. There's nothing else. This is just love. And so this 80 Miles of Love award is going to Claire's Place Foundation. And Ayana here is from the same hometown as the Claire's Place Foundation and knows Melissa very well.
When was it? About 2019? So we, for those of you that may or may not know, we started a global day of activism called Warrior Wednesday at the time. It was actually called War Paint Wednesday originally. And part of that was uniting all the CF nonprofits of the United States together and some outside of the United States to come together and encourage our community to show up for CF representing by wearing purple on one day of the year. There's a CF month, but this was us to bound together in one common voice. And that's what it was, creating one big voice. So part of that outreach was calling a lot of these nonprofits. We called Claire's Place Foundation, and that's what started this relationship. We met Melissa, we heard her story, and it was like soul sisters right off the bat. And we'd call our organizations a sisterhood organization. And every year they hold a Clarity Ball in the name of Claire. And we were very fortunate. Last year, I went in 2019. It was so breathtakingly gorgeous. And emotional. And last year, Tatiana and Travis, and we got to bring Piper there, and never did we ever expect that they'd show up for the crossing this year. It's a long journey to bring an entire team, and they did. They were committed, dedicated, and not only did they come this year, they've already committed to coming back next year. And that's what this is about, coming together as one voice for our CF family. So they represent so much to us. And if those of you didn't notice, if you looked on the back of your medals, we dedicated this year to Claire. And on the back of your medals is an etched picture of Claire. She's got an oxygen tube in her nose, but she's so free and smiling. And that quote on the back of the medal is from Claire. If you have not seen it, I encourage you to go find one. There's on a table. Toddy, or is it somewhere over there in the back? Go pick it up. Just hold it, look at it, and feel Claire if you can. She's an amazing young girl.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen, there's a documentary. It has over 6 million views, and the producer of that documentary was here, Ryan Azevedo, who was with their team in Bimini. They produced that film when she passed. It's 45 minutes. It's on YouTube. It's free to watch. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend to watch it. You can watch it with your kids, but make sure you got a box of tissues with you. But she was the most inspiring activist that's ever lived in the cystic fibrosis community, and so we honor them and honors Claire's Place Foundation. So thank you. All right, we're going to keep rolling here. Up next is the Beach Landing MVP Award, and Jennifer Napolitano, who's our director of the Beach Landing, and Gary Allen, who is the assistant director to Jen. Jen really wanted to honor this gentleman for all his contributions, and said he would not accept the award or wanted an award, but we're going to give it to him anyways. And I'm so glad because he's actually here tonight. The Beach Landing MVP Award goes to Tom Fusigna. Yeah.
Well, you're right, Travis. I don't want an award. I just want to be here with you guys. That was extremely nice. I truly appreciate it. As you all know, being part of this group is an incredible experience, and it just radiates out from everybody who's part of this to the rest of the world. So, thank you very much. Oh, sorry, Leonard.
Congratulations, Tom. And Tom leads a grassroots movement as well called the One Piece Plan. And so check it out online, One Piece Plan. It's just about when you're out there on the water, you're out around town, if you see a piece of plastic, anything floating in the water around, everybody can do something simple. And One Piece works. And we always cheer every time we're paddling and we're out paddling and we pick something up. We're always like, One Piece, yeah, we did it. It's something to celebrate when we can all contribute in a small way. So thank you for your leadership on all levels. Yeah. All right. The next, this is the Outstanding Beach Landing Volunteer, which, there's so many people that we could award, and it's very difficult each year, and we try to, we have a lot of people who come back year after year, but this next Outstanding Beach Landing Award goes to Phil Sauerman, who I don't believe is here tonight, but Phil has been an instrumental leader as a part of the beach landing operations, run the pier, done so many different aspects, and contributed in so many ways. So thank you so much to Phil for being the man. All right, the next award we're calling the Rockstar Advocate Award. And, advocacy is interesting, right? If you would have asked me 10 years ago when Piper was diagnosed, like, what is advocacy? I don't think I really would have known what it was. I wouldn't have had a good answer. If you'd asked me 5 years ago, I still probably would have had a pretty loose idea of what that meant. But ask me today, and I know exactly what it means. Advocacy is when you are willing to stand in the corner of someone or something you believe in, and you're willing to fight for it. It's that simple. And all of you, we like to say that awareness, this event, the Crossing for Cystic Fibrosis, in my opinion, is the top cystic fibrosis sporting event in the world, single day event. And it generates a ton of awareness through media, through crowdfunding, through all of you, the community. So the awareness is the gateway is the doorway for advocacy. You see how that works, right? You become aware. How many people in here 5 years ago knew what cystic fibrosis was? Right? Some of you. How many people in here today know what cystic fibrosis is? Or you're at least aware of it, right? Now, how many of you now have learned and have become friends with a cystic fibrosis family? You are advocates. The awareness was the door. Advocacy lives in your heart. And so advocacy requires devotion. It requires commitment. And that's what we say about showing up. And this person who's receiving this award has showed up in so many ways, brought in sponsorship, showed up in fundraising, showed up to paddle now 2 years in a row, going iron this year, showed up on every level you could ever imagine. And I'm so grateful to honor her, Romy Wallach. And we call her Rockstar Romy, hence the Rockstar Advocate Award.
Thank you, guys. Whew. I know we're keeping it short, so I'm really grateful for that. I don't think I could ever give back as much as I've received from meeting everybody here. This has become such an important part of my life. I'm so grateful to have found all of you just to be in your presence, to give me an opportunity to do things I didn't know I was even capable of. And it's transformed me, and it's spilled out into everybody around me. And it's such a blessing. It's very humbling. I'm so grateful for everyone who has not passed over my link and didn't, stop following me, and actually didn't, report me for stalking, and continue to donate anyway. Because it's been the greatest honor of my life to be a part of this. So thank you.
Thank you. And one of the top individual fundraisers. All right. And the next award. So Team Inlet got this award. Team Inlet was actually what inspired this award a few years ago. Because of their incredible rallying. So we call it the Rally Factor Award. And this, we often have a few teams who really step up in a big way and just activate, everybody in their network and just go like 100%. So thank you, Team Inlet, for always showing up that way and representing. You guys could get the Rally Factor Award every year. But this year it's going to a new team in the crossing, a team that brought together many circles of influence in a lot of the Palm Beach County, Jupiter, and Tequesta area. A team that not only contributed in terms of training for the crossing and became a strategic partner of the crossing, but a team that also hosted a bunch of different creative fundraisers and really pulled together and rallied and came to the crossing, showed up and showed out. So the Rally Factor Award this year goes to Team Metabolic. Come on down. Ryan, get up here with Team Metabolic. Get up here, dude. Get up here. Represent.
It's Zach. Oh, man. All right, let's keep it short. Thank you so much. This is when we met a year ago. We were fired up to talk about it. A month later, we went and saw the event. And I think the event got us really fired up about doing this because we're fitness people, is what we like to do, but we found it was way more than a race. We found a passion. I think now we're very passionate about paddleboarding. We love it. We didn't have that before. So thank you to this event. Thank you to just letting us be a part of this amazing thing. We can't wait to do it again next year. Yeah. Woo.
Awesome. Where are we at on the fundraising for the live auction? We're at $2,065. All right, so if you didn't already know, everybody in here, I believe, knows, but if you're now watching on live stream, right here behind us, we have this beautiful art piece by David Scarola. This is our live auction item for this evening. It's called Bimini Blues. This is a beautiful crystal clear water of Bimini, and this is being live auctioned off tonight, so you can drop your bid in the chat. It's currently at $2,065. So anything above that, and we will monitor the chat progress, and you'll be in. All right, moving on to the next award. Aha, yes. The next award is called the Power Couple Crusader Award. And this is actually a new award as well. And, you know, we like to just invent awards around here, if you haven't noticed, because we want to give out a lot of awards because everybody deserves them. But no, so, you know, look, some people show up individually, some people show up as couples, and this next award goes to 4-time crossing crusaders. So my first time paddling with them was in 2017, and I've shared this story many times. We were about 40 miles in, and I was paddling with, I wanted to intentionally paddle with kind of the slowest group to kind of see what was going on in the back of the pack. And we were paddling along, and I looked over, and there was this young woman on this 49-pound boat rackham board, and she was struggling on her hands and on her knees and butt. And I turned to her and I said, "Hey, you want to trade boards?" I was on a pretty lightweight board back then, and she said, "No, I want to paddle my board." 5 miles later, would you like to trade boards? No, I'm going to paddle my board. 50, 55 miles, 60 miles. Hey, you want to trade boards? No, I want to paddle my board. Finally, and I don't even know how many miles in, she said, "Okay, I'll switch." And she popped right up on her feet, and she paddled the whole way home on her feet, the rest of the way. And I was like, wow. But her courage, you know, a lot of people, and I really want you to listen to this, because I've had a lot of people over the years, they're like, you know, well, how do you guys qualify people for the crossing? And I'm like, I understand the question. You know, like, have they done a 20-mile paddle? You know, are they, you know, have they done an Ironman, or have they, there's only one thing that really qualifies somebody for the crossing: courage. And the award recipients have displayed a tremendous amount of courage. They've fundraised in tremendous ways, and I am so honored to honor them, Joseph and Lynn Morera, our Power Couple Award.
I don't know what they've done to the weather, but both times they've come to the crossing, it's been flat. So I request that you come back next year, please.
No, they've actually paddled 4 times in the crossing, so they've had their runs at it.
Apparently, you don't remember me. It was just Lynn and...
He was also paddling on a 49-pound boat rackham, but he's a little bit bigger than Lynn.
Well, I could tell you if Lynn was here, the one thing she would say for sure is, right here, this man right here is the reason. Flying fish boards, we bought them right after, and it was the only reason she was able to make them. So if you don't have one, you need to get one. And, you know, our captains every year this year has always been amazing. And I don't know, I've always said I was never coming back. I don't know why I keep coming. Oh, Lord. All right. One more year, that's it. I love you.
But it is so cool to see couples, families paddle together. It really is amazing.
Next up, we have the Most Creative Fundraiser Award. For those of you paddlers who come into our events every year, it's kind of hard each year to come up with a new fundraising event. If you've done this event multiple years in a row, how many yoga times can you ask your friends to help you and things like that? I mean, we have a lot of really creative fundraisers out there, and this one really stuck out. She's not with us today, but Yvonne Lugo, she had the most amazing creative fundraiser event. It was a poker paddle where we would stop at each rest stop had a card, and then you built your hand, and at the end, Dixie shots, Celsius shots, and then a card was given, and at the end, you built your hand, and hopefully you won. And Romy actually won that whole event, but it was all for a good cause, and it was extremely creative. So for Yvonne, my sexy Lexi, congratulations.
Now the next one is our top fundraising teams awards, and it was a close call, and we had ordered the awards last week, and lo and behold, while in Bimini, we received a $10,000 check.
Yes, we were approached twice and told we didn't want it in Bimini, hang on to it, and then it was given from me to Casey, and now we have it in our possession, and it made it just in the nick of time.
So we don't have the award printed, but we will have it printed. But the top honors for the top fundraising team go to
Team Inlet. Woo!
So Team Inlet has taken competitive awards. They've taken the Rally Factor Award. They have taken the top fundraising award. Jeremy's got the coolest crossing Atocha coin award.
Nice. Team Inlet, come on up. Let's go. You guys can paddle faster than that. Just real quick, everybody in this room, everybody watching online, from Travis, our fearless leader, your daughter Piper, all of the captains, all of the crew, whoever donated. Nobody gives the media people enough love. We got a great media team over here. Just thank you all. You guys have created something that each year we can get out and really find our limits. Personally, I found my limit this year, but this is our third year. We've gone beach to beach 3 years in a row, and you guys can say something you like, but I'm going to be back next year, and I can't wait to do it.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Shorty, get up here.
What?
Thank you, Team Inlet.
And that's Team Inlet Properties. That's Jeremy's real estate company up on Jupiter Inlet there. Many of you have been to some of the...
propellers now, is that right?
He's a man of many trades.
So it was his idea to have those beautiful Crossing Crusader medallion silver coins printed, and we've actually got those. We've got a few of them for sale. Local jeweler Marco Island made those. They're beautiful. If you want one of those, talk to us later about it. All right. The other top fundraising team, that was a close call that we had printed the award for before the other $10,000 check came in, was all the way from Colorado, Team Ellie's Angels. So that was V23, which is the athletic company and brand. You can check them out online with Bo Dorning. So they were the V23 Team Ellie's Angels. They have a connection there to cystic fibrosis, and we're representing the CF family. So thank you so much. What do we have next?
Top fundraising individual awards. That person is very special to us. We have a few top fundraising individuals, but the first one actually, there you go. Go ahead. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. This person is honored many times. This person has many jobs in the crossing. This year he chose one of the most difficult jobs, but in that difficult job of paddling comes hand-in-hand fundraising. And if you know anything about fundraising, it's not an easy task. If 60% of people do not give because they are not asked. So it really takes someone to be vocal out there, to say what they're doing, be vocal about their cause, and we really want to honor this top fundraising individual, and that is Mr. Trey Mahoney. Woo! Trey Mahoney has had many, many roles in the crossing.
He made it his first year, Iron this year, but he's paddled in the crossing. He's captained in the crossing. He's flown people, and he was actually flying out today, so he couldn't be here. But Trey also joined our advisory board a few years ago, and Trey is receiving our top advisor award this year for not only for everything he has done. So he is a top individual fundraiser, but also he is our top advisor this year. So congratulations, Trey Mahoney.
Yes.
And then our other top individual fundraiser award goes to one of my teammates this year, a gentleman from Native Yoga up in Juno Beach, Florida, Todd McLaughlin. Multiple time crossing crusader, Iron Crusader.
Thank you so much, everybody. To be a part of this has just been amazing. I really want to, I think the thing that I'm most thankful for is the opportunity to meet people that have cystic fibrosis. And this year I got a chance to meet Scott Johnson. And thank you, Scott, so much for sharing your wisdom and your hilarious stories and cooking for me as well. And this year with Piper on the boat and paddling with Piper, and her just hanging her toes off the edge and telling me, come on, man, get your board up near my toes. That was absolutely amazing, and I just can't tell you how thankful I am to be a part of this, so thank you.
Congratulations, Todd.
So this event takes place in the ocean. And I'm sure you've heard us say you can't put a sick kid in a sick ocean. Our environmental stewardship policy is something that we have been trying to take very seriously. In the office, we're trying to eliminate our carbon footprint. And with the crossing, we're trying to do everything we can to offset the impact our boats have and our travel has to these other islands. So how do we do that? We partner with other organizations whose mission it is to support Mother Nature, our Earth. And this year, we partnered with an amazing, and last year, organization that has 2 years in a row now participated in Bimini with the beach cleanup. So I'd like to thank 4 Oceans and honor them with our Environmental Stewardship Award for all the good work that they do. They also had a really big presence on the beach landing this year. If you looked up, you saw their tents and their flags, and their team was outstanding in supporting the event and collecting these amazing cans versus plastic bottles. We had a no plastic policy on the beach from Proud Source Water. So we recycled all these cans that we collected. So thank you, 4 Oceans. Thank you, Alex Schultz, for always believing in us and working with us, and we can't wait to do it again next year.
Woo!
I think the individual one is first.
I know, but he's not here.
I know, but it comes up in the graphics.
Sorry. All right, the next up is the social media rock star. We've got 2 coming up. We've got an individual and a team. This individual, we had a lot of really amazing people on social media, if you guys haven't noticed. But this individual really stood out. Their stickers appeared in the office. We were asking around who made them. This individual made them. He had news stories about him. He was fundraising as much as he could. He's not even local to the area. We want to give a big shout out to Gabe Barajas from North Carolina as our social media rock star.
Who also went Iron beach to beach this year. Congratulations, Gabe.
Awesome. And the next up for the Team Social Media Rockstar Award. If you haven't noticed, we encourage team participation in this event. If you don't want to go solo Iron, that's okay. We encourage you to break up those 80 miles, and that's exactly what this team did. We especially encourage you to document your journey and post it on social media. And again, this team did exactly that. So they are my favorite team. I love them so much. Team Lunatics, come up and accept your award, please. Social Media Rockstars. You guys, don't know, this team is from St. Mary's Hospital. They're all local heroes.
To the chin.
So, hi, I'm Megan. I won't keep you guys long, but I just want to let you know that the people who are standing up with me are some of your community healthcare heroes. And in 2019, I did the crossing for the first time, and then I went back to work, and I was like, hey guys, guess what I did? And this crazy group of people standing up here with me said, okay, we're going to do it with you next time. So thank you. Thank you for doing this with me.
Quick picture.
All right, congratulations, Team Lunatics. And I highly recommend go onto their Instagram page, Lunatics for Crossing. Check them out. They documented it so well. It was amazing to watch their journey. And it's fun for us. You know, it was sometimes behind the scenes, we don't get to see everybody out there, what they're doing. But it really makes a huge difference. And again, the awareness is what leads to advocacy, and that's what makes the biggest difference for us. And if you didn't know, Megan is also on our advisory board for the Piper's Angels Foundation. We met Megan because of the Cystic Fibrosis Clinic that was at St. Mary's, and Megan has contributed in innumerable ways to the development of our Unmasking Mindfulness program and to many of the developing programs and aspects of Piper's Angels Foundation. So thank you, Megan, for everything, and congratulations. I have to say, I followed all your stuff. I was always liking and like, wow. And you guys look like if we had like a most fun award in Bimini, I'm sure you guys were at the top. I know everybody was having fun, but it looked like you were having fun. All right. Next up, we've got the Spirit of Aloha Award. And, if you've been to Hawaii, you know what aloha means in terms of community and spirit out there. And so this gentleman has contributed to our beach landing and to our event in many ways. 2017, he walked up to me at an event. I didn't know who he was. Big guy, long hair, kind of dashing fellow. And he pulled something out of his pocket and he handed it to me. And I looked at it and it was this round piece of wood and it had like some inscriptions on it. And I said, what's that? And he said, it's a medallion of safe passage. It's like, we need one of those. You're right. And it was really cool. It was a great moment. And he also is the developer of the continuation of our beach bell and hammer. Who likes the beach bell and hammer? Woo! It was quite large this year, if you didn't notice, a bit heavier than in the past. Norm said he wanted to build something we couldn't break. He said if we break that one, he's going to go to Home Depot and buy us a regular sledgehammer. So this year's Spirit of Aloha Award for his artistic creative contributions is the one and only artist Norm Gitson. Thank you, Norm. All right. This is a very special award coming up next. We're calling this the Admiral's Honor Award. You know, in the past, we had Sean Dunleavy, who was our Admiral of the Fleet, a good friend of mine from college, who really helped put together... Oh, snap! Really? He sneaks in and doesn't tell anybody? Get your butt up here, dude. Come, no, you got to present this award.
Let's
Come
go,
up,
Sean.
Come up here. Wow.
Hi.
What a surprise.
Hi, friends.
Hello.
Where do I go?
I'm so happy you're here.
I'm so happy I made it. I think that's the motto, isn't it? Friends.
Well, there's no doubt Mr. Sean Dunleavy, who's standing up here, he really has So when you start to do something crazy and you don't know what the hell you're doing, who do you call? Your friends, right? Not your family. They're not, but your friends, right? So in 2017, when I was sitting in Josh Ferris's apartment in Marco, and I was like, Josh, do you think if we open this event up to the public, people would do it? And Josh didn't say anything. He just walked over to the wall, took a dry erase marker, and wrote on his calendar the date. And he said, I'm doing it. So you got 2 paddlers. I was like, all right, I guess we're doing it. And then there was some conversation. When you think about, trying to orchestrate paddlers and boats crossing the Gulf Stream, there's a lot that goes into that. Communication is a lot, right? And Sean happens to be a great pilot. So he's communicated a lot with a tower. And when you need clear communication with a tower and people's lives are at risk, you entrust that to somebody like Sean. And I had also been on a couple sailing trips with him. Once we sunk a boat in Biscayne Bay. The other time we did not sink a boat. We maybe ran aground in the BVIs. But either way, I still trusted him. And he flew in 2017 with about, 30 minutes before the captain's meeting, walked into the room and said, here's what we're going to do. And take it from there, Sean.
You mean the part where we convinced people that I'd been actually researching the mating habits of krill in the Arctic, and that's why I was late instead of I was
Yes,
at work?
exactly.
Or how we managed to get 34 people the first year to do it.
Yeah.
And then 110, and then some 200. And then, yeah.
And the funniest part is
Gone and
somebody
gone and
actually came up to me after that and they were like, is he really a research scientist? The mating habits of krill? I'm like, yeah. So, Sean took a step back this year. He put in four hard years and really built this thing into what it is logistically and for the ocean logistics and safety, and just put in a tremendous amount of effort. He may have lost a few years off his life. He may have a few more gray hairs, but he's here. He's alive. You can see him. And so I'd love for you to present this next award because you know what goes into the shoes that this gentleman had to fill.
Yeah, honestly, we've been really proud to present this award every year to people that have, person every year that's just stepped up. They've gone above and beyond, and often it's very unsung. And knowing this individual, they just say, what can I do next? They don't ask for anything in return. They just do it. And Scott DeHoogie is more than deserving of this honor this year. And I just want to say thank you to Scott, his family, and everyone he's touched this year to make this a safe and beautiful event, because it was absolutely amazing. Do we want to have Josh Ferris accept this on behalf of Scott with one of his children in tow?
Yeah! Come on up.
Come
on down, Josh.
Everybody, the Crossings Director of Safety, Josh Ferris.
We thought about giving Josh the Admiral's honor, except he decided to have twins with Telena the week before. And we were like, come on, that is a no-no. I mean, really?
Yeah. Come on.
They brought the twins. Wow, thank you guys for coming all this way.
That's so awesome.
We're going to catch up afterwards.
Let's get a picture of Sean.
Pictures?
He's
And then I'll
on
hop
left.
off.
He walked away.
Leonard, all right.
Leonard.
We'll take a still later off the camera.
Can we get a picture of Sean? Ooh, you're right. Get him while you can, because he disappears.
Before it disappeared.
And if you didn't know, every year we have challenges with boats. But who owns a boat? Who owns a boat that's never had a problem? Yeah, well, so on the way to Bimini this year, we had a couple boats that had issues, and maybe one of them had to be rescued by first a cruise ship, then Sea Corps, then the Coast Guard. Lots of things happened, but they were amazing, the troopers who continued through, the paddlers on that boat. But Scott DeHoogie was there every step of the way to make sure that went safely for all those paddlers. So. Okay. Yep. All right, the next award is the Unsung Hero Award. And the captains and crew, we always say, are the unsung heroes of this event. We have 2 Unsung Hero Awards this year. One is for a gentleman who's not here tonight, but we'll cover that in a second. The other is for an organization that has contributed an incredible amount to help make this event possible, help bring our core team over this year. They participated and helped collecting actually scientific research along the way. They were one of our partnering nonprofit teams as well. The Unsung Hero Award goes to the International Seakeeper Society.
We have a short video from Seakeepers.
Hello, I'm Dick Seidenspinner, Director at Seakeepers, coming to you from Lake Norman, North Carolina, my hometown. And it came to my attention today that we, Seakeepers, receive the Unsung Hero Award. To me, everyone at Piper's Angels, The Crossing, are heroes. As a 2-time Crusader, I can definitely say that this year, in my observation of what Travis and his team did last year, did this year, it's our absolute pleasure to grow our involvement with you guys. We will continue to perpetuate that association. We look forward to the years to come, and we will be involved with you, Travis, your team, Piper's Angels, The Crossing, as long as we can. Thank you for recognizing what we did, and to you, Ayana, Tatiana, Casey, Paul, Scott, Drew the Finger, thanks for fixing that, Dean, everyone on the team, and you know who you are. You go at it with passion. It's noticeable to the nines. Our absolute pleasure, Seakeeper's pleasure, to be a part of your program. All the best. Enjoy.
Hey, thanks, International Seakeeper Society. All right, the next award is another Unsung Hero Award, and this goes to a gentleman. Josh or Sean, did you guys want to come up and speak about the gentleman who's receiving this award, who happens not to be here, but we'd really like to share it? And I believe he has some family here who could receive his award for him.
You can if you'd like. Actually, she's asleep. She's really asleep. Sorry for this, but she's sleeping really hard, and you guys know how that is. So the next Unsung Hero Award goes to someone who has been part of the Crossing since 2017. And to go to the origin of the word unsung, the reason he's getting this award is because he does not want to be sung. He does not want to be recognized. He does not. All he wants to do is come and work. Every time we call upon him, or he calls upon us because the event's getting closer, it's what can I do? Where can I be? And he doesn't want anything for it. Somewhat of a selfless service award. Obviously, the event would go on and will continue if he wasn't here, but it definitely wouldn't be the same. Some people here know him better than others. I know his sister Kim is here, and he has just been an integral part to the safety of this event. And the Unsung Hero Award this year goes to Kyle Shea. And just to say something about Kyle, once again, every time I speak to him on the phone, it's very brief. I mean, some people might know Kyle better than others, but it's a very short conversation. It's always, what do you need? Where can I be? What can I do? Just a short story from this year. We had a series of unfortunate events that left 2 crews of paddlers stranded in Fort Lauderdale. We had 2 boats that got completely knocked out of the event, and I should have known better, but I got a call from Ayana that said, Kyle Shea's on standby and wants to know when he can go get them. And I was like, well, let me coordinate them to the pier. He literally got to Fort Lauderdale from Bimini before all of that crew could get down to the dock for him to pick him up. So, Kim, if you want to step up and accept this for Kyle, he's just been a wonderful part of this event, and we are blessed to have him. So, thank you.
We don't have the actual award, so you're just going to cover the bottom. But we're going to get a picture for me. With you.
Right here in the middle, big guy.
Intentionally covering the bottom.
Thank you.
All right, next up we have the Virtual Paddler Advocacy Award. Now, you guys may or may not know we have a virtual paddler category, which means if anyone wants to join the crossing and join your team and isn't privy to paddling and doesn't want to get in the ocean, you can do what this individual did and become a virtual paddler. But you can also go above and beyond, which is what this person did. She advocated, she talked about it, she posted about it on a daily basis, tagging everybody in the cystic fibrosis community. She is a CF warrior to the point where she got so much attention that a news station up where she lives did a news story on her about her advocacy for the Claire's Place Foundation, which is the team that she joined. So we want to give Kira Taylor the Virtual Paddler Advocacy Award. Kira is not here to accept the award, but we send her love from afar on social media, and we just want to give you a big warm hug and thank you for being our CF warrior in our corner. All right, next up we have Outstanding Volunteer. We are a nonprofit. We cannot do this without your help, our volunteers, our advocates. So all of you are outstanding volunteers. You all deserve a prize, but we can't give it to you. But this person specifically has been here every step of the way. She unfortunately couldn't come to the crossing with us. She got really sick. She was on my team, but Janelle Gant is our outstanding volunteer of 2022 Crossing. And we send her lots of love. Thank you, Janelle. Great. Next up, another outstanding volunteer. Now, people get involved last minute, and when they come to the crossing, it's a big deal. You either come and you stay, or you come and check it out, and then you're like, this isn't for me. It's a lot. And this person, instead of running away, took it on full force with open arms and said, what can I do? I can do anything you ask of me. I'm a jack of all trades. And he literally is. So Tony Brazale, please come up and accept your Outstanding Volunteer Award. This is another person that is always asking, how can he help? And actually doesn't even ask, just shows up with what you need sometimes.
Tony.
Takes a village. And hey, on the safety side, I want to say, guys, thank you, Josh and Paul and Piper 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Piper Comms, Piper Lead, Piper Peer, all of us. Takes a village. Thank you.
All right, next up, we have Outstanding Crew Mentorship. If any of you have done any paddling in the crossing, you know this is not a one-man show. You need not only your captain, not only your boat, not only the other paddlers, but crew is essential. And if you haven't figured it out yet, you will, but you need those crew members. And this person, she goes above and beyond. And if you need any training, call on her because she is the all-star. We want to give an Outstanding Crew Mentorship Award to Miss Allie Carty. I just want to say, this girl has gone from 2019 to paddling with myself. We didn't make it, not even close. And then she decided, paddling's not for me. And she found her role, and she shines in it.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. This is my second year being crew. I like to refer to myself as cruise control. My megaphone also says that. A big thank you to my paddlers this year, Tatiana, Sean, wherever you are, Chris. I couldn't have my role without you guys. I love you all so much. Travis, this is my 5th year with you, so thank you for having a crossing every year. And I'll be here every year.
All right, the next award will be presented by Mr. Ryan Burgess.
All right.
I'm a four-time crosser. I go back to 2018, and after my first CrossFit, I think we realized, Travis and I, that we needed a mentor program. And I was quick to sign up and quick to lead that program as the director of mentorship. And, real quick, if you've been a mentor of mine or been a part of the mentorship program, raise your hand real quick, please. I just want to acknowledge all these people right here in the room right now because they've been a huge asset to my team. I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, training all and helping all these paddlers get through this crossing. There's two that stick out in particular, though, and they're a power couple. And, I've watched both of them grow throughout the years, and I'm very, very proud of them. They become such a strong waterman and waterwoman. And goes without saying, when it comes to a lead mentor, both Katie and Buzz, they've been a huge asset to the team. Great leaders in the community, so please come up and accept your award for Outstanding Paddler Mentor for both Katie and Buzz Roundtree. Thank you. And also, Ironman and woman, these two are a powerful couple. Congrats.
All right. Hopefully, this isn't another hallucination. We both appreciate it. We got a lot of mentorship from Ryan our first year and many, many other people. And our whole goal was just to give back that same thing to all the other new paddlers that come on each year. And we really enjoy it and being part of the community and the foundation and making new friends, making new paddlers, and see everyone achieve their goals every year. And being a part of that's really awesome, and that's what we really enjoy. So, she's a woman of few words.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Buzz and Katie. And we are going to be cranking our mentorship program up in the future. Coming up, we're going to be following up with all the paddlers. Casey's helping to lead that as well. And if you want to be a mentor, we want you involved. And we're going to step it up. We're going to make mentor shirts. We're going to have a mentor guide that we're going to create and really get a lot of formality going into that as well. So thank you, Ryan, for your leadership with the mentorship program. And, our biggest thing is always safety and safety on the water, whether it's in a boat or on a board. And so our mentors help keep our paddlers safe. And that's a big part of it as well. So the next award is a very special award. It's the Inspiring Participant Award. And we had this award last year, and it went to a young lady with autism who participated, incredible young lady. And we are so fortunate and excited to have the opportunity to present this award, not just to an individual, but to him and his father and to their organization and to their community. I was introduced to Jim Saya with Special Compass through a friend, Joel, from Restore. And Joel said, "Oh man, you gotta meet this guy. You're gonna love him." And I always know when you get an introduction like that, that connection is real. And we hit it off right away. And as a parent of a child with an affliction, you understand what you would do and when you would do anything for that child. And Jim has absolutely been that for Michael. And, I've got to meet Michael Saya this year, and it's really been an honor. Every time I see Michael, he's got a big smile on his face. I can't believe that he signed up to let his dad lead him across the ocean. Michael, you got more courage than any of us, and I'm so excited to honor Special Compass, honor Jim and Michael especially with the Inspiring Participant Award.
Thank you. Thank you, Travis. When my dad first told me about this event, I'm like, how the hell are we gonna cross the ocean? He's like, no, we'll figure out. I'm like, no, don't worry. So, thank you, Travis, for bringing this together.
Michael just turned 30 while we were in Bimini. Michael did his first race at the age of 5. It was a duathlon race, and we had a couple wrecks during the bike portion of it. And it was because I had to MacGyver it, and I thought for sure he would never want to participate in anything like that again. He has a brother who's a year old to the same birthday, and right after that, his brother said, "Hey, Dad, there's another race coming up." And I'm thinking, oh, man, I wonder if Michael's going to want to do this. I said, "Michael, do you want to do this race?" And he's like, "Yeah." So he's now 30. He's been racing for the past 25 years in various events. Our organization, Special Compass, empowers people with various abilities. We call them differently abled, and we help them navigate life through education, sporting events, and now housing. And we want to include them in everything. We don't want them to be at home, isolated, away from their communities, so we pull them out of their homes. We get them to volunteer. We get them to pair up with other athletes. We call them Power Buddies, who are volunteers. In fact, this coming Monday in Weston, we have a 5K run coming up. We have 30 wheelchairs in that event, and we have other athletes who are going to push them across the finish line. So we want them all to experience what it's like to cross the finish line. And what happens is when they do that, even though they're doing it under the power of someone else, it changes them, and it changes the volunteer who pushes them too. Many times I have volunteers who contact me and they say, "Jim, I never thought that helping someone else, I thought I was helping them, but it ended up impacting me so much." They're committed to us. We support several charities, and watching all of you guys, it's been pretty impactful. I thank Travis for including us and letting Michael be included in this event and letting him participate. The people on my team, the minute I brought it up to my board of directors and I told them that I already signed them up, and they welcomed it. Some of them already knew how to paddle board. I didn't. I mean, I learned in January. I learned in January, and Travis encouraged me to do 300 miles, and luckily, about a week before Bimini, I reached that 300-mile goal. And he said that if you can do that, you can do it. Jeremy Howard just received that award. Jeremy met with me, and a lot of the guys on my group, we met at a restaurant. And I want to thank you, Jeremy, for giving us some guidance and getting us right. But I got to tell you, folks, we prepared for this, and we got a lot to learn. And actually going through it, it was very meaningful. Meeting all of you guys are very special. This community is very special, and what you guys are doing is very special. And we're committed to you guys.
We actually spoke a couple days after the crossing, and all of us already committed for next year. But the good news is we learned a lot in these last few months, and we're going to apply it, and we're going to reach out to you guys because there's a lot of engineering stuff that we kind of screwed up, and you learn. So, we learned a lot this first year, and a lot of events Michael and I have participated in. First time stuff, you kind of learn in the first run, and then in round 2 you're better. So we're very confident in round 2 we're going to be much better. We know that we're going to get that towing hitch to Michael's kayak better. So I just want to thank you guys, and I thank you for this inspirational award for Michael. I know he appreciates it, and I thank you all. You guys are a credit to the community. You're a credit to cystic fibrosis, and I appreciate all of what you guys do. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jim and Michael, making this year just that much more special for everybody. This is actually the final award that we have. It's our CF Warrior Award. And this year we had a remarkable gentleman who paddled in the crossing. This is his second year. I met him a few years ago at the Carolina Cup up in North Carolina. And somebody said, "You got to meet this guy." And we got introduced, and he was standing there, talking to me, and he said, "The ocean really saved my life." And he lifted up his shirt and showed me his lung transplant scars. And I just started tearing up. And from that moment, we became friends, and I got to learn his life story, which is really incredible. And Scott Johnson of North Carolina was the feature of our short film documentary, Double or Nothing, which just tonight and today recently went over its fundraising campaign goal on Kickstarter. So if you want to make a contribution, you got just a couple hours left. But thank you all to who contributed to it to make it a success. Our goal was 25,000, and I think we're at 27,000 for that campaign. And this short film, directed by Michaela Wheeler, and is going to be really special, and it's going to come out in the fall. We're really excited for it. And got to see Scott really battle this year and go out there and give it his all. And so it's been an honor, like Todd said, to get to know Scott. He's funny, and he's an amazing guy to be around, and just an adventurous soul. So thank you, Scott Johnson, so much for all the inspiration and for being our CF Warrior Award this year. Josh Ferris, I'm going to ask you to come back up if you don't mind. We got a few special mentions before we kind of round things out here this evening. And we're going to announce our fundraising stretch goal grand prizes, which many of you are up for. Do we have the stuff we need for that? It's all right there. Okay. So this next shout out is going to go out to our medical team. And Josh Ferris, if you'd like to take the lead on this.
All right, guys. So this year we had a great support system as far as safety and medical goes. So I want to give first of all, a big special thank you and shout out to Lake Worth Ocean Rescue for keeping us safe right there on the beach. A big shout out to Dr. Ray Vasquez, who's always our support doctor for the event. He does a lot of work behind the scenes for us. Randy Alfonso, who is the ER director for Memorial Regional in Miami. She and her team donated a couple $1,000s worth of medical supplies to the event this year, and for us to keep as well. So they're going to be long-term partners. Thank you, and thank you, Randy. Karen Avila, who was a nurse from that hospital. Darren Cockerham. See if I can do this without referring to my notes here. Darren Cockerham was one of our medics. Yeah, see, here we go. Sorry.
I think we had a photo for the medical team as well. There they are.
Drew Craig, Dean Thursam, Tom Finokin, and that's all of the medical team. I want to give a special shout out to Kyle Shea, Scott DeHoogie, Paul Smolchek, Tony Brzali, Chris Molinaro, William Killingsworth, Paul Doppelt, and Peter Gisselbeck. That was our entire safety team for the event this year, and they did a lot of work. So thank you very much to them.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Josh. We got a few other special mentions here as well. Go ahead, Ayana.
There's a lot of people that deserve awards and that just don't get them, and we want to make sure they're mentioned. And one is Dusk Media. I'd like to call up Dusk Media.
Come on up, guys.
Every single year, this media team not only captures the behind the scenes and breathtaking imagery above the water, but also underwater. They're there pretty much the entire week. We got Jake, Mike O'Malley, Cassandra Scott. Where's Matt Lilly? I saw your face somewhere.
They just went diving.
Oh, of course. You can never keep these guys out of the water.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. It's been absolutely inspirational to be a part of any amount of this, to be around this energy, as everyone keeps saying, the energy of this community means so much to us, and to be able to capture just a little bit of that and share it with you guys is monumental. It's made us better artists, better creators, and better people, and we just want to thank you guys so much for all of that.
Yeah, let's go photo.
There we go. So next year, if you're looking for video or photo content in Bimini, these are the guys you want to talk to get it dialed up, dialed in, telling the story of your journey.
And Mike, what's your website? DVS? It's not DUSDVSK Digital Official DVS. Okay. Okay, you can find it. But he does some great behind-the-scene packages for paddlers, teams, captains. We also want to give a really big special thank you to our core team. This production starts 6 months back. We have our first core committee meeting in November. So 2023, we'll be meeting in November for our first rally meeting. Anyone's welcome to join it. These people take leadership positions. They commit themselves to heading up one special area within the crossing, and they get a team underneath of them, and that's what makes this possible. We have Julie Allen, who I see here. We got Heidi Kay, who's not here. We have an entire team that we could not thank enough. I'd like to thank our core team, which is Luis Ciccini. We have Jamie Cohen. We have Katya, Lino, Teresa Disk, Kirsten Disk, Camille Schaefer, Olivia Smolchek. Am I missing? Sherry Boyce was our advanced team this year. Teresa, we got Teresa. Chris and Jay stepped in as part of the advanced team. Thank you to everyone who shows up to our open committee meetings. Those are open to the general public for friends, family to come and feel and see and participate and contribute to what this event is. It would not be possible without every single person's participation. And when we say it could not be possible, it really is beyond the fundraising. It's each and everything that you bring to the table by showing up and helping us. So we thank you, all of you.
And I've got two very special mentions. One is for my partner, Danny Diaz. She has supported me through thick and thin and through everything over the last few years. We've had a beautiful baby together, our baby Hawkins. And all the graphics that you see, she's been slaving away on for the last few days since we got back from Bimini to put it together for the award ceremony tonight. I want to give a shout out to my sister Nikki, who also puts months and months and months of time into our annual program. You guys will see it on the table there. It's got that awesome David Scrolla shot of Ryan Burgess and Piper over the Nurse Shark on the Celsius board. We put that together, and I want you all to take one with you. Even if you have a copy, take another copy, give it to a friend, leave it at your dentist's office, whatever. That annual program it's meant to be a yearbook of sorts, and it's to show the community. It's to show what it really requires to come together to put this event together. I honestly believe this is one of the most remarkable events in the world. I really believe that. It doesn't have to be the biggest to be the best. And it's one of the top cystic fibrosis fundraising sporting events. It's one of the top paddle fundraising events in the world. And, you know, I always say it's like that movie 300. Look, they only needed 300 Spartans. We only need 200 Crusaders, okay? We don't need 500 paddlers out there to do what we do and accomplish the mission we accomplished through in the cystic fibrosis community. So thank you, Danny. Thank you, Nikki. And a shout out to Piper. She has been the shining light that is my beacon of hope, and I just want to keep lifting her up and empowering her, protecting her, and loving her. And I thank you all. I always say, you know, Piper's Angels has grown quite a bit, but for me, you are one of Piper's angels. It's my daughter, you know, and I see her in her growth. And if you have seen her speak recently, you know, I haven't fed her any words or really coached her at all. I just ask her, like, hey, Piper, do you want to say something? Yeah. Do you know what you're going to say? Sort of. Okay. And if you saw her speak in Bimini, it was pretty impressive to see just what comes out genuinely. She was like, I don't even know what I said. And I'm like, trust me, you said enough, you know. But she's done an outstanding job, and to see her step into her ambassadorship and advocacy is the greatest gift for me in the world. So thank you all for doing that. And
we have established a new email called feedback@pipersangels.org. We would appreciate if each and every one of you can please provide your feedback, your insight into this year's crossing so that we can perfect it and make it better. And we love everyone's opinion.
And for those tuning into the live stream, we're going to go ahead and we're going to run our 2023 registration video. Kick it off. Take it away.
It's more than an individual, more than a community, more than Piper, more than the CF community. It's about what we do in our lives with this precious time that we have here on this earth to initiate something that is genuine and heartfelt and carries that presence with it, that brings you into that presence with this moment.
All right, we're coming back, and we're coming back to the fundraising stretch goals. Winners. All right, so the moment you all have been waiting for, we put together some fundraising stretch goals. Fundraising stretch goals are goals for the participants who are fundraising to help them reach new levels. Now, this was in terms of number of paddlers and the amount of fundraising. Give yourselves a round of applause. This was the highest average per paddler we've ever had for fundraising. Many of you have received already a beautiful hydro black project paddle. These come out of Hawaii, thanks to Chris, who is our partner this year. If you hit 5,000 in fundraising, this was drop shipped to you within a few days. It's an awesome paddle. I paddled it all the way in the crossing this year. Highly recommend it. And I know some of you are still waiting on yours, those who crossed that threshold recently, but we've never had that many paddlers hit 5,000. I'm thinking there was a reason why. So the fundraising stretch goals definitely worked, but we also had some epic prizes for the other fundraising stretch goals. And the first one coming up was and is, thanks to Evelyn O'Doherty from Stand Up Journal magazine, an online feature of your story, your paddle, your team in Stand Up Journal. And so what we did was, for every $250 increment over your fundraising minimum, you got one ticket. That means if you were 1,000 over, you got 4 extra tickets. All the tickets are in this bag. So even if you went $250 over, you got one ticket in there. The more you fundraise, the more chances you had to win. Make sense? All right, so we're going to draw the name for the stand-up journal feature. Here we go. And thanks to Casey for printing all these hundreds of tickets out and doing the math and making the spreadsheets on this.
Trey and Todd were the ones who gave me the most work with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, some of these folks like Trey had like 70 tickets for one thing.
Is Austin Simpkins.
Hey! Austin and Julie are also one of our Power Crusader couples as well. Very creative fundraising this year. Austin was on an OC1. Want to tell us a little bit about the experience? 30 seconds or less.
The experience was amazing, just like last year. I had some troubles, ended up huffing some gas from my outboard, got sick, couldn't hydrate, and had to drop out at about 50 miles. But up to then, amazing conditions, amazing people. So thanks.
The crossing has many challenges for many reasons, and that can be one of them. And so next year, we'll definitely find you an electric boat sponsor. We'll get you across. It's going to happen.
David Scarola photography package.
Thank you, Austin.
Is next.
Oh, yeah, the David Scarola photography package, which includes what?
$1,000 worth of services by David Scarola.
Which is like one headshot. But what, who's counting? No, I'm just kidding.
Very
no,
well
kidding.
done headshots.
David does incredible portraiture. He's on our leadership team. He's earned the nickname Eagle Eye for a reason. He gets incredible photos and he'll do an amazing job. He makes the ordinary look extraordinary.
That is tagline because it should be. All right, and the winner is
Lynn Morera.
Oh!
All right.
Time for your family portraiture photo session. Come on. Yeah, come on up. We don't really... Well, come up, David. Let's get a picture since he won your prize package.
I'm kind of like Lynn.
I won't be sour if I don't get invited to the photo shoot. Congratulations.
Next up.
Oh, man. I know everybody wants to be the next winner.
The big one.
Oh, man. This is thanks to John at Flying Fish, this is a custom Flying Fish paddleboard.
I think a lot of us are in here. A lot of us are in here.
This is your choice, your colors, your logos, whatever it is, it's happening. Everybody, oh my gosh. Is my name in there? Did I get tickets?
I don't know. I think we all have tickets. Oh my God. Okay. Wait, Ayana
yes,
yeah.
Ayana
should
come up, John.
I'm the only one that doesn't paddle here, so I should pull it. John, you pull it.
Oh man. Everybody, fingers crossed. People on the live stream. Oh gosh.
It's blank.
That's a fill your own name in one. Oh boy.
And the winner is Carissa O'Connell. Get her on the camera. Look at this.
Man.
I wish we had her face on camera when she just heard her
For those
name.
of you who don't know, Carissa paddleboards for a living. Tell them what you do.
I own Going Coastal Paddleboarding. It's a mobile company that operates basically in Jupiter, Florida, but the Palm Beach County area. So I'm super stoked. I cannot wait to rock a custom board. This is actually my first crossing experience. I went beach to beach Iron Crusader. So I'm going to use this board next year. Woo! All right!
Congratulations. Happy for you.
Congratulations.
She said she'll let me ride it. Thank you. All right, now the next one is a big one. This is our top fundraising grand prize that was contributed by Dixie Vodka. Is Dina from Dixie Vodka in the house? Dina? Dina?
Well, we drank her out of the house, guys.
Ah, man. Okay. All right. So this grand prize, whether you're a NASCAR fan or not, is going to be an incredible experience. This is for, if you didn't know, Dixie Vodka is the official vodka sponsor of NASCAR and the Homestead 400. This is for 4 tickets to the Dixie Vodka 400 in Homestead, 4 pit passes, and 4 pace car rides, along with a bunch of Dixie Vodka gear and Dixie Vodka itself. Thanks to Madi Antala, who's on the board of directors for Piper's Angels Foundation, sponsor and Crossing Crusader. This is a big one. I hope you have your friends pre-selected. They're going to be clamoring for it. So this went to, there's only a few tickets in here. There's like 10, right?
Yeah, there's like 10.
This went to any team or individual that achieved over 10,000 in fundraising. All right, let's read all the names. Let's read them. We'll read them. We'll drop them in the. There you go. Yep. All right. Team Inlet, led by Jeremy Howard. Total fundraising $30,954. Team Not Fast, Just Furious, led by Trey Mahoney, $28,285. Team Ellie's Angels V23, led by Alex Newkirk, $24,795. Team Morgan from the west coast of Florida, led by Rick Ryan, that's a CF family, $20,337. Team Native Yoga, Todd McLaughlin, $18,264. The Wave Wranglers, led by Romy Wallach, $16,427. Team Metabolic Jupiter, led by Zach Egan, $14,531. Claire's Place Foundation out of California, led by Melissa Yeager, $14,275. Haley's Beach Bums, Nicole and Ryan Viamontes, $13,439. Life is Good and Beautiful, led by, hey, our multi-time Crossing Crusaders over here, Joseph and Lynn Morera and their teammates, $11,511. Power Design, led by Chris Farney, $11,343. And last but absolutely not least, Team Special Compass, Jim Saya, $11,135.
And last but not least, earlier today I saw that my team, Team Safe Harbor, we came in at $10,200.
So you slid in right there at the end, eh? All right. Paul, you want to pick it? Let's do it. Drum roll, please. For the Dixie Vodka NASCAR Homestead 400 Experience, the winner is...
Team Safe Harbor.
Oh, man. You guys deserve it. You were in there. Last but not least, going to the Homestead 400.
Hey, Captain Tim. You want to come ride in some race cars and drink Dixie vodka? Woo!
Awesome. Well, thank you to all the participating sponsors and contributors for our fundraising stretch goals. So this brings us to the end of the show tonight. Our final thanks and any calls to action in the final call for the live auction. Where does the live auction stand? $2,065. And who is that person? Camwood Farms. Okay. Anybody on live stream? Anybody in person? We have the David Scarola Bimini Blues 40 by 60 on metal. Beautiful piece here. And we are going to say $2,065 going once. Does anybody want to do $2,100? Anybody want to do $2,100? $2,065 going twice. Anybody got a comment to bid higher on the live stream?
Yes? No? All right.
2,100. Anybody? All right. Sold. $2,065. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. All right. Ayana, Casey, Tati, any final comments?
I thank
before we sign off,
Tati, I thank Travis, and I thank Casey for being the best team ever to work with, and then year-round dedicating their hearts and their hard work.
Paul, would you like to leave off on anything here tonight from the Prez? Okay. We got a lot of hands up for commitments for 2023. All right. Well, when you produce an event like this, it's amazing to see what comes together, all the magic and all the love. And we thank each and every one of you so much. Thank you for coming out tonight. Thank you for supporting the Piper's Angels Foundation. Look, if you don't know a cystic fibrosis family, raise your hand in here if you are a CF family. Come meet one of our CF families. Learn about cystic fibrosis, learn about what the families go through, and please become an advocate. We love creating awareness, but advocacy makes a huge impact. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you to everybody out there on the live stream who tuned in tonight. Thank you to all of our sponsors again for making the crossing possible. We thank you, we love you, and we'll see you in 2023. Take a bow.
Darkness of the night, set your course for a different side, and oh, don't let go. Follow the wind and tide, follow the way and follow the light, and oh, don't let go. For every star above, there's a million more below. And here I am, stuck in between. The sun and moon swap sides and are followed by the tides. I am still here, caught in their routine. And the waves go on and on and on, and the pain goes on and on and on, and the love goes on and on and on. Da 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 da, and the waves go on and on and on, and the pain goes on and on and on, and the love goes on and on and on. Da 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 da. Across the great divide, salty sea and the sky collide, and oh, don't let go. Body's taking a toll. The moon gives back what it's heart.